We're still nursing our sick chicken, and it's 0 out, and we're still holding at 40 on our temperature in here, which is good. We're gonna go down and check the chickens and the kitty cats.
You're chattering.
You chatterbox?
You chatter for us? You ready to go out? He's not cold. He just does that when he's excited. Yep. You ready to go outside? Are you? You ready to go outside? Oh, are you gonna grunt at me?
Yeah, Asher was a rescue dog, and he doesn't bark. He just chatters. We think he was probably abused.
He chatters and grunts and.
Yep.
We got some snow coming in.
Yeah, it's well, that door's not shut all the way.
It's snowing. Hi, baby. Ready to go outside?
So the storm has arrived. It's supposed to get 7 inches now, and negative. I think it's negative 3 or 4 tonight, and then negative 14 tomorrow. Cold day. The panels are only bringing about 200 watts a little bit ago when I checked. The doggies are like, no. But we didn't expect to get much collection today. Anyways, so they probably got about 2 inches on the ground already, and it's supposed to snow pretty much all day and into tonight. May have a little break in the afternoon at some point. Now he's there taking some water down to the chickens. Hopefully the sun comes out. That seems to melt off pretty quick though. And then I was going to take the concrete poles and put a brush on the end and brush off the panels here after a while. But we were at 100% charge. We were at 100% charge yesterday. And this morning I think we were at 87 when we woke up. So it'll be we'll be fine for 2 days at least. So at our current consumption we get about 3 days without any sunlight, and we're fine. It's that 4th day and beyond that it gets tricky. Okay, I'm gonna go out and clean out the solar panels really quick. We're pulling in at about 300 or 400 watts currently with the snow on the panels. I'll show you what it looks like. And then we'll go in and see. Oh, birdies. Oh, it's bright out here. Not too bad. It's cloudy, but I'll go ahead and just see how far the poles will reach up there. And brush off what I can. And just see how much that improves the power coming in. Well, it didn't go too bad. There's a little bit of stress to get the top of the 2nd row of panels. The 3rd row up there, I'm not gonna be able to get to that. So standing on top of a tree stump I haven't dug out yet. You can see the pole there. It's I think those are 8-foot sections, so that should be a 24-foot pole, I believe, or maybe they're a 10-foot section, I'm not sure. But anyways, if I stretch it, I can get clear up to the top of the 2nd row of panels there and then pull it down. So it worked pretty good. It took me only about 10 minutes. Now granted, this is just a dusting of snow that's on top of them. Up on the top panels, looks like there's some drifting going on, or maybe a couple inches. But I don't expect these snow-wise to get really super covered because they're at such a good angle. They're 45 degrees. The bottom ones would get covered up more just because it's going to hit the that lower roof edge and build up when it hits the guttering and everything. So I just checked on my phone. I can Wi-Fi look on the internet through the panels to see what they're doing. So we went from about 3 to 500. It was fluctuating back and forth based on how much glow is coming from the clouds because it's cloudy. Actually, there's the sun right there. So typical in snow, you can sometimes see the sun. Anyways, now we're getting 1.76 kilowatts when I just checked it. So just by dusting off the panels, just the 2 lower arrays, there's 3 arrays on there, brought us up from 3 to 500 up. Well, it'd be 1.2 kilowatts in power just by dusting them like that. That's pretty impressive. So I'm going to leave the pole out here and probably come out later on in the day and do that again. So it only took about 10 minutes to get across. It actually probably took a little longer because I was holding the camera with one hand and the pole in the other. But so that's quite an improvement. So that 1.76 would definitely be charging the batteries versus us draining the batteries down. It is cold out here. I got several layers on, so I'm actually not too bad, except for my hands. But I think it's 2 degrees right now. Anyways, the concrete poles definitely worked. They're aluminum, so they're not super heavy. They got the strength and the rigidity to be able to stay straight when you're doing that. I've seen some poles on websites the other day, and they all ran. A decent one was 120, 130 bucks, I think, for your entry-level one. And these poles, when you go buy them, you can buy them off the shelf at Home Depot. They were probably around the same price, 100 bucks. You just screw on a broom to the other side. It works pretty good. Dog's out. Snowing again. Don't know if we're gonna get the 7 inches they called for. We probably got maybe 4 or 5 right now. But our little pellet stove, it's 40 in here right now, a little over 40 maybe. So it's still on its lowest setting. And even at -3, it's still keeping it above freezing in here anyways. Because my glasses keep fogging up. It is negative, I don't know, it is negative or something right now in the morning. And still snowing, so I'm starting to brush off the panels. I got covered pretty good. Get those brushed off and go inside. Natalie's down doing the chickens right now. So I'll get this wrapped up and get back in where it's warm. So tonight's supposed to be our coldest night. -12 is pretty cold. In the pump room, we're still sitting at tick below 40. Got down to -4 or 5 last night. So I was thinking I would not put the space heater in here, but that water heater is concerning me a little bit, mainly because of the airflow coming in from out the outside pipe. So outside there is just a hole that brings it right into the interior of the unit. That didn't seem safe to me. So what I'm going to do, we're still nursing our chicken here. Now we found that it had an egg popped inside of it, so she's got that taken care of. I'm going to set up our little space heater here and get this going. Now I've got this set up. It hooks into the line over there on the wall, so it's tied into our main propane tank for the house. So I'll get this going to put some heat in here, and I'll go ahead and let the dogs come into this room too for the night. I can get this going. I haven't used it for a while. Puts off quite a lot of heat when it gets warmed up.
In the pump room with Miss, who are you? Hazel? Basil? Yeah, which one are you? Are you Basil? I think you are. I forget. The girls have so many names. Anyway, it's 40 degrees in here, and it's supposed to get down to -12. The other chickens in the coop, they're doing fine. We've got them all snuggled in, and they're all doing really well. But since she's been in this temperature for almost a week, we don't want to go in and put her out there, so we'll keep her inside for a couple more days. Anyway, we finally found out yesterday what was wrong with her. She was egg bound, where either they can't get the egg out or the egg breaks inside them and the yolk comes out and all the insides of an egg come out. We got the egg out yesterday, the shell, so that's good. And she's cleaning herself right now. She's preening herself, making herself all pretty. Get you over there. Oops, went the wrong way, sorry. See? What are you doing? So she's doing really good.
Well, the sun is shining, but it is -18 degrees. Frozen over.